Hello and welcome to Wingin It, and welcome back to another game from the Wingspan World Cup 2025 here in this second group stage. We've played one game so far. We've got game number 2 coming up right here, and we're going to be going first in this one, so yeah, hopefully that's going to help us out. We are going to jump in here, and we're going to see what we get to work with in our starting hand. And okay, nothing really too amazing here. No good brown powers, unfortunately. Although maybe this Casa Sparrow can work, but no card draw, no food access. Which, yeah, is normally what I'd look at. And even in the tray, nothing really terribly exciting there. So, may have to do some digging. May have to use this Smew, which, to be honest, is not a bad option to be getting some extra cards early on. So, see if the bonus card is going to help. Okay, interesting choices here. Do we want to cash food or do we want to keep food? I think probably cash, so I'm going to go for Pellet Dissector. Can be a tricky one sometimes, but when things go well, it's quite easy to max that one out. So, yeah, I think we'll go with that. But honestly, I don't think anything else is really worth it here. So it might just be Smew and, yeah, a little bit of extra food. I say just play that and hope that we can get something good off the deck that is going to help us out here. So I think we'll lock that in. And yeah, if this you can find us some nice options, we'll be, yeah, hopefully doing well, but otherwise could be in trouble. And all right, here we go, back onto our first turn here. Yeah, opponent over here keeping 2 birds. See what those are going to be. But for now, we're going to play Smew. I think I'm going to play it in the wetlands because I'm going to prepare for the worst case scenario here, which is that I may have to do some more digging. But this is also just going to help with a bird there. Get, yeah, a bit of card access, hopefully. So we'll go off the top, see what we can get. Okay, American Coot, not bad. Cowbird, not really what I want. More pink powers in the Pheasant Coup. Cool. Yeah, this is tough. I think I'm just going to go off the top again. Okay, well, Great India Bastard. I mean, sure, if I can max this Pellet Dissector out, great. But otherwise, not so great. So I think, do I just keep these two? I think I probably do. I don't think really either of these pink powers. It's a bit of a risk. You don't know whether your opponent's going to go grasses or not, so I've got to remember actually, I need to pick the 2 I need to tuck. That would be a bad mistake to make this early on, so yeah, I think we tuck the 2 pink powers. And yeah, keep these other 2 birds, so I say not really exactly what I was hoping for, so may need to, yeah, carry on digging. We'll see what my opponent's going to play, if it's going to be a scary bird or not. I would say that's not a terribly scary bird, but that's the kind of bird we're looking for with the caching power. So Kingfisher going down. Yeah, I think I'm going to draw. And honestly, I don't know if I reset the tray here. Part of me is thinking maybe I just draw, lay eggs, get this coot down and keep on digging. So we'll do 1 turn off the top, see what that's going to be. Okay. Don't think either of those are going to be of interest to me. So yeah, I think it's got to be this coot. That's just going to help us dig, card cycle, score some points. And yeah, really, hopefully, just get something for the forest to get us set up there as well. So, Shoveler, don't think you're going to be played. Get rid of you for an egg. And yeah, I'll be keeping an eye on this Kingfisher as well, whether this can hit and get some caches or if it's going to miss. Could, yeah, impact this game as well. So, we'll be interested to see what my opponent's able to find, what they're able to play, but not going to make too much of a difference to us. Okay, still digging. There you go. Kingfisher doing work that time. And yeah, I think we'll go with this coot. I think I'll say it's just going to be important to help out with a bit of digging. And I don't know, maybe something like that Gold Crest. If I get desperate, if I keep drawing and don't find good stuff, may have to go for that. But okay, Pelita Woodpecker. That is going to help us out for eggs. And I'm so glad I've got that Smew down. So yeah, that will do something for me. And okay, House Finch. That's also a pretty nice one to find. So maybe, as I say, I'm kind of considering this Gold Crest, to be honest. I think this Clark Screed will not get played. I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to pick it up because you never know. You never know if that is going to turn into a good play. But yeah, honestly, I could just, I could see myself very easily getting this House Finch in the game as well. Maybe even alongside the Gold Crest for some card cycle like that. But there we go. Free coming through. Like to see that. So yeah, got this End of Algol to think about, which does make things interesting. So do I keep digging? Do I try and take food? I think if there was house finch food there, I'd be tempted to take that, play this in the wetlands here. But yeah, kind of not the best bird feeder for that food. So I might just keep on going here off the top. More pink powers. The game just wants me to have pink powers. I really don't think it's the game for that, especially against Bleated Woodpecker. So I think we'll get rid of you as well. Honestly, this Seren could be a nice play with the Gold Crest at some point. But I don't know. I think I'm just going to keep going. Okay, Sparrowhawk. Again, maybe a nice one with Gold Crest, but I think really I need more. I need more than what I'm finding so far. And this is, yeah, as much as this Woodpecker is going to help me out, it's going to help my opponent out considerably more with the start of this Forest Engine. So, yeah, definitely got to watch out there. But okay, more eggs coming in. And another feeder, which doesn't really work with what I'm trying to do here. So, okay. Do I commit to the Gold Crest here? Do I just keep digging? I really do feel like I need to get this house finch in, but it could be useful to play that next to the Gold Crest. And, yeah, maybe pick up a bird from the tray and then play at the same turn. So I think honestly, I'm just going to keep drawing for now. See if other better options come up. Yeah, so this Seren I think is going to tempt me, so I will go and pick that up now. As potentially, you know, maybe that's even a round 2 play with the Gold Crest to get some eggs covered in. But I'm not finding any caching birds, so this pellet detector may be a problem. And okay, Bay Owl's going in, so my opponent's also maybe going to be looking for some of these caching predators. That's one to watch out for. But all right, we'll keep drawing. We'll go again. Okay, more pink powers. Horned Lark. Probably not going to be the game for you. What else is really not going to get played? I think this Prinia is pretty bad, so we'll get rid of that. Sprague's Pipit may be a tempter here. If we're not going to hit this pellet detector, I might need another bonus card to copy with this Bustard, so we'll go for that. But yeah, round 1 has just been digging. We're not really... Well, I was going to say, we're not really looking too good on points. I mean, 21, surprisingly high. Probably some of that in the Nectar, of course. We do have a lot of tucks. But yeah, I'd really be hoping for some better forest birds to play. Sparrowhawk and Seren are okay. Something like Barred Owl, not really what I'm after, but yeah, maybe that's going to be what helps out with the Gold Crest. So into the next round, and Red Jungle Fowl has come up, which is quite a nice one. I would probably be expecting to see my opponent pick that up. At the very least to stop me from having it. But yeah, if it's still there, I may go for it. Otherwise, we're going to get a killdeer, which I think also works. So, and a stubble quail. Well, I think I definitely have to take both of these. That's out of the question. And probably going to be done drawing cards. Maybe Housefinch can go somewhere else now. Grebe, we're not going to need you. We'll go off the top. And find a Yellowhammer and reveal a Raven. So it's all going on. This game is chaotic. I don't really know what's happening. Wow, okay. That changes things quite significantly, I think. Getting a Yellowhammer and a Gold Crest and a killdeer. I've got so many good cards I can't even keep track of them all in my hand at this point, so that's kind of fun. Yeah, I don't think Raven's good for my opponent, but I think they do have to block, especially knowing that I have got killdeer in hand. I don't think you can leave killdeer and Raven as a combo to your opponent. So okay, what now? I think I have to take food here. I think I have to take food so that I can then get the Gold Crest down and use that power. I think I have got some cards here that I'm not going to play. Yeah, Musk Duck, you could definitely go away. So we'll get our Nectar. So let me think about this. Yeah, I think there is a world here where we can manage Gold Crest and Yellowhammer. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a lot to manage, but we're kind of up against a really strong board that what my opponent's able to pull together so far. So yeah, we've really got to try our hardest there and maybe get a bit creative. So I'm going to need some cavity nesting space as well. Maybe the owl is going to come into it as well. But yeah, Gold Crest, I think that's got to go in here. So yeah, the big questions really for me is going to be, where does Housefinch go? Do we play this killdeer? I think probably, if I want to use the Gold Crest. If I want to be, you know, laying eggs using this Yellowhammer power, the extra cards there do not hurt at all. And yeah, more Predator powers going in, which is not surprising with the Bay Owl in place. So, okay. I'm definitely going to take food and play a bird here. I think maybe I take food... Maybe I take food twice here, play 2 birds. Maybe I can get the Serid in. And then maybe it's Yellowhammer eggs, or maybe Yellowhammer goes in the forest. That could be another option as well. Getting lots of rats here, which I don't really want. I kind of need, different food for this Yellowhammer, so... Okay, what is going to get played? What's the priority? I feel like the Barred Owl could be useful if we are going to take food a lot. Use that power. I say, I would like the Housefinch in somewhere. I think that's going to be really tricky to play here, given the lack of food. I think Horde Luck, I don't think you're going to get played, so you can go. And yeah, if it's going to be Barred Owl, maybe that means I take food again. Maybe then the Yellowhammer goes down. I would like to try and get the Serid in if I can. That's obviously tricky. But maybe possible. So let's, let's do the Barred Owl, because the cavity space, I think, it is going to be useful here as well. Given, yeah, my opponent going very, very strong in this forest, getting these brown powers in, we're going to see this Polluted Woodpecker used, I think, quite aggressively. So that's something to think about. But yeah, I wonder if I can take food twice here, play Yellowhammer, play Serin, and then go and lay eggs, and then maybe use the Yellowhammer to play the Killdeer. I think that could be an option worth considering. So I've got 2 Nectars. I've got to grab those. I really need to get Nectar going here. Can we get some hunts there? Yes, we can. I mean, I wouldn't have minded that. Glad my opponent doesn't get it. And glad it's just under the 75 centimeter limit. So, all right, what's next on the chopping block? I feel like I've got so many cards I want to keep here. I don't know if Stubble Quail is going to be an option. I think that probably does have to go. Given that, yeah, I'm going to be struggling for food. I'm going to need extra food for these Yellowhammer plays. So, yeah, I feel like I go Yellowhammer here, and then I take food and play the Serin, because if that's going to get me 3 eggs each round, that's going to be really, really powerful. And yeah, then maybe Killdeer goes in the grasslands as the Yellowhammer plays. So I think let's get this in. Yeah, I think actually it's fine to do double Nectars here. We can start clearing out some of these cavity spaces, but yeah, this board is going to get a little bit weird and wonderful, I think, as this game plays out. So Goldcrest Yellowhammer, I've definitely done that once before. It's been a while though, so yeah, it's not the easiest of combos to manage. So we'll see if I've got what it takes. But as I say, I'm definitely worried about this board over here. Strong food access, strong point scoring, and strong card access in the wetlands as well. Kind of got it all. So yeah, we've got to be at our best. And I think, yeah, relying on some of these powers, I'll say, like Killdeer, maybe some good bonus cards off the Sprague's Pipit. Yeah, I really do need to find some way of doing well on this Pellet Dissector as well. Not really finding the options for that as of yet, but hopefully, yeah, if we're drawing cards, if we're using this Killdeer as well in the grasslands, that's going to be, I think, front and center to helping us unlock those options. And then we've got this Yellowhammer, which is going to help us play plenty more birds. So I'm hoping at least this Tawny Frogmouth, with its resetting of the bird feeder, is going to reveal lots of nectar for me, because that is an area where you can be strong with Yellowhammer. But yeah, up against Forest Engine could be strong for my opponent as well. And back onto our turn here. You see we are getting some more free eggs coming through. So very, very nice. These are helping us a lot here with this Goldcrest. Just helping our tempo. And yeah, the aforementioned Tawny Frogmouth helping us out as well, freeing up some nectar in this bird feeder. So I think if I take 2 nectars here, I think I can use those to play, where have you gone, the Serin. I'll still have the seed. I think it's worth it to get the Killdeer in. I think, yeah, I'll say the extra cards will be useful. I could, however, if I wanted to switch it up, I could go with this Housefinch in the grasslands. Maybe that's going to be yeah, a more appealing option. I just think these extra cards that I'm getting here, I can always turn this into food. I could turn this into eggs with the grass that's built out enough. That kind of feels like a priority to me. So can this Bard Owl get a hit? Not this time. But okay, I think now, yeah, something's got to get sacrificed. I want Killed It, I want the Pipit, I want the Seren, and I want the Bustard. So which of you goes? Probably... It's probably the Housefinch, to be honest. You know, whichever habitat that goes in, I'm not going to be activating it loads because of Yellowhammer. This might be a nice cheap play up in the forest with the Goldcrest. I'll probably get rid of the Housefinch. So off you go, and in you go. Yeah, fire-fronted Serens. So again, clear out some of these egg spaces, and yeah, 1 turn left. So it's going to be laying eggs here, and yeah, I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe the Sparrowhawk goes as well. Otherwise, it's ditching a food here, which I kind of don't want to do, but it is also a rat, which I don't really have any current plans for. So yeah, maybe I do just ditch the Sparrowhawk and just assume that, you know, with Killed It in play, with having to use this wetlands as well, I'm going to be seeing enough cards. So filling up the forest over here for my opponent. Minivet into Woodpecker. So okay. Happy to settle for no brown powers. Maybe try to win the end of round goal. But I wasn't really going to be competitive there whatsoever. So yeah, I'm going to lay eggs. I think it's Sparrowhawk. I think that's the one that goes here. I think that is the one that goes. So get some eggs down. Save the rat, which, yeah, say may well be useful. And then we've all got teal powers. So yeah, this Bay Owl, I think that is going to be helping out here with some strong predators to copy, but just the 2 at least. It could have been a lot worse by this point. So yeah, really going to watch those very, very closely. But we've got our own teal powers, so Yellowhammer, Seren, those are really going to have to go hard for us here, I think, in helping us play lots of birds, get those extra eggs, and see where that takes us. So did the predators hit? Indeed they did. So Yellowhammer, yeah, going to play the Killdeer here. Very nice in the grasslands. And then, yeah, Seren, get our 3 eggs. So that's going to be good. And obviously the Killdeer is going to help clear out some of those problem egg spaces as well. Coming into round 3, what have we got? All right. Okay. Australian Raven could be very, very good here at guaranteeing pellet sector. I think that Desert Wheatear as well in the grasslands with the Killdeer is exactly what I'm looking for. So I'm going to take these, although what I'm actually going to do is help myself to some more cards off the top of the deck. First of all, okay, Bowerbird could be useful. We can obviously, yeah, use the Coot for the tuck and draw power on at least one of these. So yeah, straightforward, I think. And Hinger is going to go take the Wheatear and reveal Puffin. So not ideal. That's a bit of a whoopsie. But yeah, I think this Raven, I mean, you know, basically we can cache 4 food on here, and we don't just get the 4 points from the caches, but we're going to get 6 from Pellet Detector, and I'm currently not seeing any other way of scoring points off that bonus card. So this feels like a must play. And maybe I just get that down now up in the forest, and yeah, just use that as a way of getting more food when I go and take food. So unsurprisingly, we do see Puffin picked up. But okay, yeah, I think I take food here. And hopefully get some nectar. There we go. Lovely stuff. Bard Owl, can you get a hunt for us? Yes, you can. And all right, yeah, Bowerbird. I think we ditch Bowerbird here. You think about this. Ditch Bowerbird to play the Raven. I think that's fine. Just trying to work out if there's a better way of doing this, where maybe I don't use the Goldcrest this time. The thing is, I have only got 1 space left, so there's going to be plenty of times when I'm taking food and not necessarily using the Goldcrest. And this has flexibility. This can go anywhere. So maybe if I find a really good forest bird later on. Yeah, I think I'm going to skip here just in the interest of keeping this extra food for now. And as I say, we could always use that Goldcrest later on for playing other birds. So yeah, in this situation, I think probably going to play... I suppose what I could actually do is play Wheatear and Pipit. But that does leave me quite low on food. I think at the very least, Wheatear's got to go in. It is kind of late, but I really need the extra food here. if I'm going to play, yeah, some of these really big, expensive birds. And I'm going to need extra food to catch on the raven. Let's not forget that. So this is going to be, yeah, important in that sense too. So I think I'll prioritize this, lay some eggs, see what the killdeer can get. And then, yeah, maybe it's play the pipit. Maybe it's play the raven. Maybe we find something else to go with. But I've got to think about Yellowhammer plays as well. I've got to think about what is going to go down there. So more eggs coming through. We'll take that. And yeah, so get our wheat in very, very late. Much later than I'd like to be playing a 2-point bird. But needs must in this situation. And yeah, with this end of round goal, I say, maybe, I don't know. I'm pretty sure we're going to see Puffin come in here. Lots more food being grabbed. I think we're going to see some expensive plays for my opponent. I don't know necessarily how much I am going to be able to compete on that one. But we'll see. Maybe nice Spinelli's Eagle or something is going to come off the top of the deck and save me out with a nice cheap play. I think, yeah, that kind of remains to be seen for now. But yeah, strong forest over here, I say. But the eggs are going to keep coming, I think. And I'm definitely glad I've got this extra cavity nesting space in order to, yeah, accommodate these eggs, because they are definitely coming through. So, okay, 3 turns left. Definitely got to lay eggs once, maybe twice. Maybe I take food again. I think I've definitely got to lay eggs here. So, bowerbird, I think you go because I want the extra egg. I want the extra point here. And yeah, I suppose we can actually start maybe thinking about blocking some nectar here. I would like some of my own. I'll take a seed though. And yeah, we'll take some cards. So I think clearing off this Sarin is going to be key. Can we get some good stuff? Crow, not so much. Skimmer, not so much. So, okay. In that case, what do I want to do? Oh, what do I want to do? I feel like maybe, I think I play the pipit here. I think I play the pipit and lay eggs again. And the reason I'm going to do that is then that will give me the food to play the raven. And I think I probably just commit to playing that in a non-forest habitat. Just, you know, keep the space available for other birds. So there goes Puffin. That's not surprising. But yeah, having the pipit down, I'll see the bonus card. It gives me another bird to have an egg on it with the wheat ear to get another site for food. And I guess I'm kind of gambling that I do get, you know, a worm coming up or a nectar, but I feel like that's pretty likely. And who knows, maybe we'll actually get something else different that I want to play. So yeah, I think we've got to get this pipit in. Got to see this bonus card. What are we going to get? Okay, Birdbander. I will take that. I would definitely take that. So now we just need one more. And honestly, that could be a better one to copy with the Bustard. Maybe this Crow could fit the bill. But yeah, Australian Raven is going to get us part of the way there. So good find off that Sprague's Pipit. Definitely don't mind that. But yeah, I think with lots of nectar in supply, we're going to see more expensive birds come in here. I don't think necessarily there's too much I can do about that, but I don't know. Ibis going in. The only option would be if I took food, committed to playing the Raven up there, and then just played the Bustard early in the grasslands. That would get me up to 21 food spent. I just feel like there's another bird in here that my opponent will want to and be able to play that's going to be expensive. So yeah, maybe it's not the way to go here at this stage of the game, but I don't know. I think I'm going to stick with my original plan. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with my original plan and get some more eggs in and see if we can, yeah, get some better options to play towards the end of this game as well. So let's go get our 3 dice. What can we get? We get the worm, which is nice. We wanted that. Yeah, keep clearing off these cavity spaces. Going to need all the space we can get. And we'll go off the top again. Okay, not ideal. But I think this Raven is still going to go in. Probably put that, I don't know, maybe in the wetlands, because this can certainly go in the grasslands. And maybe I'll find something else for that as well. So yeah, I think put this in the wetlands, and then last round. Yeah, I've got to work out what on earth I'm going to do, because I'm going to need a bird. I'm going to need a bird to play with the Goldcrest. I'm going to need a bird to play with the Yellowhammer, and then I'm also going to need a bird to play just normally. So I'm going to need 3 birds. I've only got 1. Yeah, we may have to get a little bit creative and maybe have to just rely on finding some stuff off the deck. That's going to help us out here. But yeah, hopefully, we're going to see some cards with the Killdeer. We're going to draw cards once between those 2 options. Yeah, that should hopefully be enough to get what we want. So are we going to see more birds go down here? Kind of would imagine so. But I guess there's no rush. I don't think really, my opponent should be worrying about the center round goal. But it's looking in a strong position, and I'm slightly worried about these accumulating bonus cards. If there is a Rheumatologist or a Falcon in there, that's definitely going to spell a danger for us. But yeah, if we can, as I say, I've got to get the food for this pellet detector. This is the other thing that's kind of stressing me out. It's trying to get enough caches on this. So that's going to be tricky. Maybe something to think about there, but yeah, depends, as I say, what we can come up with for this final round. And on to our teal powers here. So yeah, we're going to get our eggs with the Seren, and then we can actually clear one of those off by getting the Raven in now. So that's pretty nice. We're going to go ahead, and do that. Nice big point bird. Helping, potentially on these bonus cards as well. So see what I can do for us. But yeah, no more birds going down for my opponent. But man, that Kingfisher with the 15 caches. Yeah, that's kind of what I was worried about at the start of the game, seeing that go down, because whenever you've got these kind of dice rolling powers, they want to work. They could work really, really well. And kind of take the game away from you. So definitely been doing its job over there, as has the Tawny Frogmouth. So yeah, winning the end of round goal there, my opponent. We'll see coming into this last round what we can get hold of. And Spotted Owl would be nice. That's the kind of bird I need, I think, to go play up in this forest and just take another Hail Mary gamble. Look for endangered species. Look for, I don't even know what else. Rodentologist would be pretty good. Any kind of big point bonus card would be nice. I think we are going to need those gambles. Or we're going to need a Blythe's Hornbill. So that also works for sure. So, okay. Well, in that case, I think I'm going to lay eggs here. I think I'm going to use this as the turn to lay eggs. And maybe do I strategically fill up on these cavity nests? I don't want to fill up too much because I do know we're going to see more coming in. But maybe if I fill up on the Smew, I can then clear off. Or we get our food first. Actually, let's do that. Can we get some nectar? No, we can't. We're going to get exactly the food that we don't need for either the Hornbill or the Bustard. So thank you, Wingspan, for that. But yeah, I can clear at least off the owl here. So yeah, I think Hornbill. I've got to be honest, this Pelican is tempting. If it's going to get me guaranteed fish for Pellet Dissector, I've seen much worse scenarios for it, so I'm going to pick it up just in case. Maybe it's going to be useful, or maybe that house wren actually for Birdbander. Oh man, there's so much going on in this endgame. We've got lots of options available. I'm not really sure which is going to be best, so yeah, going to have some mental strain trying to work that out. But there's a plan forming. Let me cook. All right, we're going to see how we can do here. First of all, we're going to get an egg. Okay, right. We got to draw cards here. I think I have to take food twice here. I think one of the times I take food to play the Hornbill, and I think the other time I take food to then actually play the other birds. So I need to play a bird normally, and then I need to have the Yellowhammer play, and then I need to have the food to cache for the Raven, which is maybe where this Pelican's going to come in. So yeah, I think we draw cards here. This house wren, as I say, with the double play maybe into the Bustard could be useful for Birdbander. We'll go with that. I think I do need to spend an egg here. I need one spare card to throw for food and one spare card to throw to use the Goldcrest, so we're going to do that. See if that's going to make a difference. Probably not. I think probably the Monal can go. White Stork, where were you a little bit earlier? You would have been nice. But okay. So, decision time, thinking time. How on earth? How on earth is this end game going to work? I don't quite know, which is a little bit concerning with 3 turns left. But I'm sort of thinking maybe if I can take food, I'm going to need to get lucky. Basically, I'm going to need nectar to come up if I'm going to be able to get this hornbill in. It's not really coming up quite yet. Okay, prairie chicken going in. That was the bird I was thinking my opponent probably already had. And was maybe going to play last round, so not surprising to see that. Yeah, I think I've got to take food, and I've got to be able to get the hornbill in this turn, because that's then going to get me an extra food next turn. So I think I've just got to go for it and hope. Cross fingers, can we get some nectar? No, we can't. Thanks, Wingspan. Very helpful. Okay, what now? Panic. Take normal food. It's what we're going to have to do. Yeah, I guess the fish and the fish and the seed is kind of what we need there, for sure. So okay, cool. Okay, so what now? Take a card from the I think I just got to crack on, and then I'm gonna take food again and hopefully play the hornbill then. Okay, at least we do get a hunt there. Yeah, can't do anything here. Wow, that was probably the worst bird feeder roll we could have ever imagined here. So yeah, man, this is going to be tough. I honestly don't even know if we're going to be able to play this busted. I don't even know if it's going to be worth playing. Because maybe it's better to just play the white stalk for bird bander. And then maybe that actually keeps me extra food back to cash on the raven for the pellet dissector, which is going to be definite points. So I think honestly, it's just, we're kind of at the mercy of the bird feeder here. It's so dependent on what we can roll. If I could get the food to play the hornbill, maybe there's enough to do everything else. I think that's kind of an open question at this point. If there's not the food for the hornbill, then absolutely panic, because yeah, this this is maybe not quite going to work out the way I'd hoped. And all right, back onto our turn here. More birds going down for my opponent. Yeah, I feel like there is a falconer or a rontologist, or maybe not rontologist here, but it's got to be falconer playing a bird like the kingfisher at this stage of the game. But maybe they're just trying to go for the end of round goal, which, you know, fair enough. You are definitely going to get that, but we're going to take food. And I really need nectar this time, Wingspan. So please, on this reroll, can I get some nectar? I get 1 this stage of the game. Oh, this is so tough. Okay, well, I mean, I think this hornbill just has to go in, kind of regardless of anything else. But I honestly don't even know. I don't even know what else I could do. I really don't. But I think maybe I just have to like skip a yellow hammer activation or something. Because I don't even know if playing a bird's even going to be worthwhile. Yeah, definitely not ideal. Okay, I guess I take a fish, because then maybe I can play the pelican. I have to overpay so much for this hornbill. But yeah, maybe, I don't know. I feel like I have to play this busted, and I have to play this hornbill. So maybe I just focus on those. Maybe that's the priority, and then I just have to skip the yellow hammer, skip the raven, kind of go from there. So yeah, I think this plover, that's not getting played, and I will probably want another seed. So, okay, what's the situation now? So nectar and 4 random food is what I have to pay for this hornbill, and then I'm going to have 3 food left over, which yeah is just going to be, I think, just playing the busted, honestly. It's so tough because playing white stalk is just better, because it's 2 extra points, and actually I get 3 more off this versus busted, which is only going to get 4 more off this. So I think we do that, or maybe even, I mean, do I do the pelican? Maybe the pelican is the play, because that means I can then do the pellet dissector for some extra points. Yeah, I think this is what I've got to work out. So white stalk is going to be 8 plus 3 for the bird bander. Pelican is going to be 4. But I think that way, I think I would then have 4 caches. So it's 4 plus 4 for the caches, which is 8, plus 6 for the pellet dissector. So that's actually 14. I think somehow Brown Pelican's going to be the best play at the end of the game here. And nobody saw that coming. So, okay, well, in that case, we'll just go ahead and do this. And, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get rid of, I guess, the house wren. Get rid of you. Play the hornbill with this absolute abomination of food, whatever this is going to be. It's got to be, I suppose we need to keep the 2 fish, and we need to keep 1 rat so that when we play the pelican, we get 3 fish back. And then we have 1 extra rat, which we need for the pellet dissector. So I think this is the right play. I've got no idea. This is one of the weirdest end games I've ever had. So okay, yes, we get to do our tucks. Great. So yeah, this kind of felt like it was always the problem with this game was actually being able to have food to manage to do enough plays late on here. That's kind of just how it's played out. Oh, I suppose what I could do even with the pelican food. Maybe I use the pelican food to play the white stork. Is that better? Because then I do get the bird bander points. So I'm suddenly going to lose 4 caches. I'm going to lose. No, I think it's still not worth it because the 4 caches are worth 10 points because I get pellet dissector. But being able to play white stork, it's 11, but it costs me 2 eggs. So it's only 9. So it's still better to do the pelican and just use the caches. This is so dumb. I don't know how I found myself in this situation. And I really don't think it's going to be enough because we're really struggling for points here. And my opponent is looking very good. So it's all fun and giggles. We'll see what we could do with these, slightly weird final plays. All right, here we go. On to our last turn. Oh, Indian Vulture's going in. Right, okay. So you're now copying one of mine. Well, I wonder which one that's going to be. I suppose bird bander. No, you don't even score that. So yeah, I mean, pellet dissector. Fair enough. Enjoy it. I think it's going to be brown pelican going in. So doesn't really matter where these eggs come off. But I will take. I will take those fishes. Thank you very much. Going into this endgame set, as I say. As much as it might seem like this white stork is the bird to play, we're going to go for these caches on the raven, get some extra points out of those, and cross fingers at what that's going to do. But yeah, with the Baal copying all these predator powers, potentially big swinger points coming through, which, gotta be honest, don't think it's massively going to impact this game. But yeah, a few caches coming through. Very, very nice. So, all right, Seren, we'll get our 3 eggs. And yeah, skip the yellow hammer. So no play for me. No points for me. We do at least qualify for the end of round goal. And yeah, into the yellow power. So you're going to copy my very, very nice pellet dissector. Which for me currently is not looking very, very nice. But thanks to this Australian Raven, is going to pick up, some points for us. So that's at least something we could take away as a mild success from this game above anything else. So let's go ahead and do that. Casual, thank you very much. Lovely points coming through. And yeah, nectars. We could have swung the forest. I think that's the annoying thing. We could have absolutely swung the forest with the hornbill, but 1 nectar on 2 rerolls, not quite cutting it for us. So yeah, unfortunately, not a lot of points there for us. I don't think it's going to be a lot on the final scores either. So lots of birds going down for my opponent. Big score there. And I imagine big on the bonuses as well. Yeah, 24. Very, very nice. And end of round goals are strong as well. I think my opponent's just winning in every category. No, we're getting some eggs. Good. Cash food, yeah, we're definitely in trouble. We'll pick up a few car points. Thanks to the coot, thanks to the smew. Yeah, nectar weird nowhere. So pretty comprehensive defeat there. 144 for my opponent. And 102 for us. So the reassuring thing is, I don't think really even those late game decisions matter too much. Maybe we could have got some more points off bird bander. I'm glad we did off pellet dissector. But let's take a look at this board. There is my pellet dissector scoring big points. Ethologist for 6, ecologist for 4. Oh, a fishery manager for 8. Enclosure builder missing out. But yeah, strong forest. Strong setup with the bay owl, and as I say, those predators They went hard, scored a lot of points there. So we will take that one on the chin. There's still lots of games in this group stage where hopefully we can make up for a result like this. So I hope you enjoyed that one. Yeah, still managed to get some fun out of that regardless. So I hope to see you again in another video very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching.